Oh, just out here trying to get it. Just out here trying to get it. Don't mind the little noises in the background, you know. My son home today. They had a little trip, but he ain't go to school for 2 days. So he can't go on this little trippy trip because he have my asthma. You know how they go down. It don't matter. Mm, we going to my little cousin party tomorrow, so he gonna have some fun. All right, let's get into the mess. Let's get into the mess. We got a lot going on. We got Nicki Minaj. We got Cardi B. We got Nicki Minaj. We got Cardi B. We got Megan Thee Stallion. We got Hot Shot Radio. We got Jennifer Hough. Her birthday was just yesterday. Happy birthday to Jennifer. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So let's start off with Hot Shot Radio. So Hot Shot Radio popped out of the blue and just was like, y'all motherfuckers thought that I was silent for nothing. Y'all got him fucked up, he said, okay? This is some funny shit because on some real shit, that's probably how he be really thinking. Bang. So first when he popped up, he started, because that came out about Cardi B. So a lot of people that don't like Nicki Minaj, they're gonna be on the Cardi B side. A lot of people that don't like Cardi B be on Nicki Minaj side. That's how I be. And he basically fucks with Cardi B too, and that's how that is. Boom. Then it came out when Nicki Minaj tried to play the girls, okay? She don't like none of the girls, you hear me? So he came out and wrote a nice ass caption, okay, talking about this girl, you hear me? So bang. So he put the original out. You dig what I'm saying? So then she wrote and let y'all know, yes, the fuck she did put that shit out, and she did mean to do that, and she did not repost that from nobody else. Goodbye. So now she ready to report and block, no jumper, and report and block all these people, and then she putting out so much she's suing people, and she like post what I want, how I want, when I want. The tweet has been deleted. You hear me? And I've been told this recent interview that she did. I had never seen her show me genuine love in an interview. And I could just imagine how many girls wish they could have been on a song with Nicki Minaj. And I mean, I'm not saying it in a cocky way, but like, yes, you are cocky. Yikes. And up until I literally just watched the Joe Budden interview. Didn't watch it because I was like, "Fuck!" I'm basically watching with all these clips going around. But me watching that Joe Budden interview was like, I did see another little side of Nicki, but then I still seen that the delusional part of bitch. Where is the hate coming from? Because ain't nobody out here hating on you. Everybody loves you. Everybody fucks with you. I feel like no matter how many fans Cardi B got, they all still like Nicki Minaj. No matter how many fans Nicki Minaj got, most of them still like Cardi B. That's why they still promote. And they don't understand. By them coming at Cardi B, y'all just still promoting her in the same level as Nicki Minaj. Bang. So I did see a nice little difference of that interview. I'm not gonna hold you. I definitely did. So let's get to the next thing. Bang. Then they start fucking with his account. Garbs think they slick. They start fucking with his account. You know what I mean? So boom. He feel like the Garbs did it. Garbs, which meaning that the Barbs. He called the Barbs the Garbs. That's how he called them. Okay. So bang. Then we get to the guy Black. Remember the guy Black? But this say Black Beauty. So I don't think this the guy Black, but I think this is somebody associated with Nicki Minaj. Or somebody that was trying to come at Hot Shot and said that they basically ain't been around. So they said they repeatedly lied on Nicki's name, used Jennifer, then abandoned her. They have some heavy, come on, like, are you serious? Consequences to play. Notice they're all quiet about Jennifer. They know she's done for it. It ain't take long for Hot Shot to come and drop some receipts, okay? So then he was like, they got me fucked up. These dumb boozles get slower by the minute. Jen's case against Nicki Minaj was not dropped due to lack of evidence. It was dropped due to, what it was dropped for. Boom. So then you got somebody in the comments like they never do. Just because Jennifer isn't constantly talking about it, don't mean it's over. Which I can see because I am I'm friends with Jennifer. I do be seeing her page. Her birthday was just yesterday. Once again, happy birthday to you, Jennifer. You feel me? People is victims. They victims until they prove they're not to be a victim. And she's a victim. And yesterday, oh yeah, I had to get to something else because yesterday I just watched something where the lady be doing her fucking job, okay? She be, I think her name's Sweet Pea Diary. She be doing her fucking job when it comes to these motherfucking court cases, okay? She do the Cardi B shit, Tasha K, she do it with the Jennifer Hough, Nicki Minaj. She done with all that, and I feel like she just be really using her knowledge of what she know with the court system and what she know what she reading from the damn transcripts and shit like that. So I really do fuck with her. I'm gonna give a little snippet of her shit, well, to the part of what I'm talking about, when she said this motherfucker was in court when y'all claiming, oh, he wasn't even present when they basically told him he was a S up. Like, no, no, that's a bunch of bullshit. Boom. So Hotshot ain't had no time to come back. He said the case against Kenneth is still ongoing, and Nicki will eventually have a wake up call. Bozo. Jennifer never lied. If so, Nicki wouldn't have hesitated nor prolonged a cancer dum dum, just like she told y'all in her Joe Budden interview. Use your brain. I know that's right. I know that's right. Look, he said surviving the patties. He is not playing. He coming, baby. So then, boom. I guess this is Kenneth Petty's sister page. Boom. So he just looked in there and realized that they not following each other. Boom. They not following each other. Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty's sister. They not following each other no more. So then he wrote, someone brought this up to my attention, and I'm telling y'all, something fishy is brewing in the Petty's camp. Nicki Minaj unfollows and what appears to be Black Kenneth Petty's sister. This time, Kenneth's sister, whatever her name is, aka Shauna, has also unfollowed Nicki. This is the second person affiliated with Kenneth that Nicki unfollowed in the past couple of days. Talk about suspicious activity to be continued. You hear him, okay? You hear me? Somebody wrote in the comments and said it's probably to distance herself publicly from them because she claims she filing a defamation lawsuit against bloggers from who they were talking about her case. I'm trying to tell you, I did see that. I definitely did. And yesterday was Jennifer's birthday. I shot sent her out a happy birthday shout out. That is her Instagram. So I show y'all, but I know y'all ain't gonna be able to go because she ain't got your on there. But I ain't gonna show all her shit because I don't want to show like all her kids and shit like this. Little people, her daughter gave her a little shout out, a little birthday presents. This is her. Somebody gave her a shout out for her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Jennifer. hmm Okay, then you got, and this was she put it up a minute ago. She picked this up a long time ago, and this was February. So it's like she still be active, but she just don't be on here. And this is her. She's yeah, she pretty. She said it's been a little minute. Hey, I just want to say I am Jennifer Huff, and it will always be surviving the petties. Fuck you and never lied. Catch these presents and continue your way. And happy birthday to me. Hashtag. I know that's right. She probably was getting some coins, baby. You hear me? She wanted them to send the coins, baby. Okay, so bang, that's that. So let's go to, where is it? Right here. Boom. We gotta go to exposing. No, I ain't finished hot shot yet. I ain't finished hot shot yet. Let me see. No, he ain't put no story yet. So I think I do need to go to exposing Zoo. This is exposing Zoo. This is a page that exposing Nicki Minaj husband. Okay, you hear me? They all associated too. So just give y'all a little snippet of what they should be.
Saying to the camera that me and Kenneth Petty was never in a relationship. Nicki Minaj, you lied on your Instagram and you lied on Queen Radio about. Those comments that you made about me were bold-faced lies. I don't know who told you that, but you shouldn't have repeated it with the platform that you have. You did reach out to me. You did offer me to come to LA. You also offered to send your publicist Joe out to see me. That's my
Nicki Minaj. Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. You ain't gotta listen to that again. Y'all heard her. Uh-huh.
Got his back. I'm standing up for what's right. Bitch, get your life, bitch. Get your life. Stop coming for mine, because I know where you live, boo. I ain't scared of feds. I ain't scared of police.
This the girl
I'm
that
here now.
was on
I got his back. I'm standing up
one
for
of
what's
Nicki
right.
Minaj fans
Bitch, get your
pages,
life, bitch. Get your life. Stop coming for mine.
and they was basically harassing. This the when she was saying that they was sending Kenneth Petty family members after her. But it's just so crazy about how the whole situation is, because I think Jennifer Hough was in foster care with his family at his family house, or that's where her foster care was at, and that's how they somehow like in the same relation, like as a family wise. It's weird. It's weird, but I remember hearing about that. So then, bang, they pulled the receipts up. This was in October. Y'all already know about these receipts. Y'all can go back through and pause and read. I'm just getting into the point
As
where
well
y'all can
as
just stop and read it.
something that he was wrongfully accused of doing when he was 15 years old.
I heard that, right? You heard that, right?
All because he didn't have $7,000 to get himself bailed out. Because when you in the hood at 15, you don't have that kind of money, neither does your family.
I heard that, right?
And when the alleged accuser wrote a letter to the judge asking to recant these statements, she was told that she would go to jail for 90 days, allegedly, if she recants the statement. But right is right.
Remember? That's when she called Jennifer White. And Jennifer is like mixed or something like that. She do got some white in her, so she was right a little bit. Yeah, this is the Sweet Pea Diary page that I was talking about, but she be pulling a whole bunch of receipts, and we're gonna go to her page in a little minute. Yep, this is all the way back in October though, so let's get some recent ones going on. Let's get these recent ones popping. It's November.
And I agree with Sade that yes, some people are motivated in getting money for their pain, but she wasn't asking for money for her pain. She didn't start asking for money until all the harassment started. And the only reason why she asked for the money was because a lot of people were telling her that she should ask for the money. When she first came out, she was saying that she didn't want no money. She didn't even want cash apps when she was on other bloggers. Yeah, I know. I know. I caught on. I'm learning, Miss Neek. Okay. Yeah, she didn't even want the cash apps. She didn't even want she wasn't even showing her face.
Yeah, I heard her. But she definitely wasn't. This was the receipts from the court stuff that just happened recently in December, October. Boom.
I heard they got their ass chewed up in that conference. I got word that Nicki's new addition female lawyer, she has a new female lawyer for those of you who don't know, it's added to the team, fought really hard to explain why Nicki Minaj, she explained this to the judge, why Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, pretty much mainly Nicki Minaj, because she's the one that got bypassed when it came to the default judgment. They set it aside, or they denied the default judgment because she answered 8 days later to the default judgment, right? But she argued that Nicki Minaj should put up a defense onto regarding why she couldn't answer the default judgment in a timely manner, and the judge approved it. Meaning, and they'll run with it. They'll run with it, right? So Jennifer, we gotta sit here and laugh because now Cardi B has paid for Tyrone and Steven to.
Oh, yeah, that's when they was going around saying that Cardi B was paying for their lawyers. But then, to come think about it, was Nicki Minaj paying for Tasha K lawyers? Let's talk about it, y'all. Okay, let's talk about it. I'm just going up until I get to the recent ones. That's all. That's all. I'm just going to let y'all read a little bit and see. Cause this is a lot what they is, yo. They is turned up and they is on Nicki Minaj neck, and I'm not even mad because if it's wrong, right is right, wrong is wrong. Like she said, white is right, no, right is right, and wrong is wrong. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And then she, reposted this. This was way back in January. That somebody said the fact that Nicki Minaj just knows she ill and she don't post certain things. She can't. I'm gonna pause right there. Pause, like New York say. Pause. I'm gonna pause right there. First of all, if she knows she the illest rapper, why does she have to keep complaining about people ain't showing her the love that she feel like she should be getting as the illest rapper? Why? Why is she complaining about it? Because if she knows she ill, she shouldn't have no issues with what's going on right now. There ain't shit going on, but other female artists is trying to come out. That's all I see. I don't see shit else. That's what I'm confused about. Okay? That's the part I'm confused about, and she don't post certain things or break her neck to try to keep up or prove a thing to anyone. Yeah, just like she said, oh, TikTok, da 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 da. But then when she came out, she wanted TikTok songs. She got with Coil Ray because she wanted TikTok songs. She wanted to blow up for a TikTok, which she did not have to do that because her being Nicki Minaj, you're gonna blow up regardless. I'm confused. That's why I'm confused in the delusional that her and her Barbie friends have. Okay, yeah, yeah. Mhm, mhm. This was way back in January. Let us stop and read it. I ain't doing all that. Hot shot and then exposing zoo is on her neck all the types of ways. This was the new shit that just came in, the additional shit that came in with the Jud and the Nicki and all that, and that Nicki started talking about she was about to start, and this one was in February. If you know anything, da, 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 boom, boom, boom. So let's look at these stories though. Just wait and see about to be revealed. So tell me, why Nicki Minaj out here cleaning up and doing interviews and shit? Because she knows some shit about to come out. Why is she trying to make it seem like she about to start suing people? Because she don't want people to start talking about what's about to come out. But we gonna wait and see what's about to come out because I don't know what's about to come out either. Too late to disassociate now. They better hope and pray. Probably doesn't push that album back. They know Nicki Minaj about to come out with an album. Everybody know Nicki Minaj about to come out with an album because she's just been coming out with songs. Everybody know that. So that's the thing with that one too. Okay. Then I'm trying to think of where else I was supposed to go at. Okay. Just give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Go to YouTube. Go to my page. Follow my page. Follow my page, okay? I'm trying to get up there. I'll be doing a little bit of shiznits. Got a little something going on.
Fake bitch. That's just never gonna be me. I don't care about for Instagram or none of that shit. That's just never gonna be me. I'm not doing it. So if I feel some type of way, I'm gonna say something.
Okay, it's just never going to be her. Oh yeah, my son be running. Okay, yeah, baby about to come up with yeah, my son be doing this thing, okay? I just be doing a little bit of my blogs, a little bit of the bullshit blogs and all that. I need to edit this out real fast so I can hold on, public, but they be having my shit blocked. I don't know why, yeah. They be having my shit locked. Yeah, it's a little bit of stuff I be doing, I be coming up on some, coming down on some, I be all. Then I had, my little vacation blog and shit like that, you feel me? You can test them out. You go hit me up, you feel me? A little something. So just go check me out, okay? Like, share, and subscribe on my channel. So let me see, because I was just watching some shit earlier. That shit I was watching yesterday. Okay, hold on. I was watching my son be all on my shit. Yeah. Okay. Now we want to go to where? Damn, my son he be having all his shit on there. Okay. What is her name? Oh, Sweet Pea. I might have just go Sweet Pea Diaries. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna listen to that too, but we gotta start off on this one. Okay? Because she definitely be having the receipts, girl. She be having the receipts, girl. Yep, I'm some
I
sure.
got the receipts, girl. You know I got the receipts.
Okay.
That and please honor that. Not all the time sources do they want to be, revealed because they get this information from people directly. They get it, and you can't break that trust. So I told the source I would not reveal it. I have the DM. It's in my DM. I have it. But I don't know. People are asking why were they filed in Georgia? I don't know. I don't have that. Don't know.
Apparently because Jennifer lives in Georgia.
All I know is they were filed in Georgia. That's exactly what the DM said. I will read it. I will read it. Eva on station head. Okay. Only one Shamari. Thank you. I will check it out.
And Eva was sending girls over there, and I feel like it's the girl Eva that be on Armine page too. She be calling in. Is it Armine or Wally? It's Armine page. Yep, she be calling in. That's who Eva is. She was sending people over there to her page and shouting her out and shit. That's what she talking about when she say that.
The DM reads this. Yep, they have upped the
Yeah, we're
ante.
gonna go to the court document, okay?
And whatever the reasoning was for it, but it looks like his case is going to be dismissed. Now, you guys know that New York, they moved to file a dismissal. Kenny had a certain time to respond to it and did not respond. So it looks like that case is going to be dismissed. And here is the tea on that. Let me make this a little bigger so everyone can read along with me. All right. It says in front of the Honorable Eric Committee, Kenneth Petty versus the State of New York. This office represents defendants, State of New York, and the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services in the above referenced action. Pursuant to the court's January 4th, 2022 order, the defendants served their motion to dismiss on February 3rd, 2022. The court further directed that the plaintiff serve his opposition by March 7th, 2022, and directed that defendants serve a reply by March 17th, 2022. No opposition has been served on this office or filed on the docket. Accordingly, defendants respectfully request that the court deem defendants' motion to dismiss submitted without opposition. We thank the court for its consideration in this matter. So, what does that mean to you guys? If you do not respond, that's going to mean that it's going to be granted. It probably more than likely will be granted. The dismissal will be granted. He did not respond. It is now the 24th of March. He did not respond. So usually it's the same thing like it was with the default, with the summary judgment. When you don't, I'm sorry, with the, not summary judgment, but the default, when you do not answer to a lawsuit, if you don't answer, usually they enter you the winner by default. And that's what happened with Kenneth Petty. They issued the default judgment, and they didn't enter in against Nicki Minaj, but they entered in against Kenneth Petty. So they're saying with this too, he didn't respond to this motion to dismiss. He had until March 7th, he didn't. And we would like for you to dismiss this case. So generally what's going to happen with Kenny is that because you guys know he did not register as an ass offender in California, and this is what was the whole situation with him anyway, if they're going to throw that out in New York, that his rights, were violated and that he was trying to get that a thing, so that way his whole S offender situation would be null and void. Well, if that's thrown out of the court and now you're standing as an S offender, then what is happening in California will allow them to go ahead and move forward with their case, which is why um, if you jump on over to the California documents and look at the updates from there, you also see that there have been some recent movements. There have been some documents filed, and it looks like California is now stating, hey, okay, we're ready to move with this. Well, he was trying to get, wanting to get things postponed, wanting them to slow down a minute, and he got it postponed into June because he was waiting on a letter back from California, which would dictate what his offender level, what the status was on that. And I'm going to show you this document because what it was that he was trying to do was he's trying to essentially get it thrown out in California, get his status thrown out. So if the status is either, knocked down a level or terminated or whatever, then
that just goes back to when he thought he was up up within the law, and because he was with Nicki Minaj and he failed to register. That just goes to show you that that narrative that went out was serious and it was real, because he felt like he didn't have to, because that was his next target, was trying to get it thrown out. How could you get something thrown out when you was convicted of it? Let's talk about it.
they don't have a case. It's like he's in one end in New York, he was trying to get it thrown, get this, sue them and get this S offender registry thing, not a thing. And then in California, he's trying to use their laws and system in his favor as well. And the only thing I could do is read it to you and show it to you. So just have patience. We're going to read it so that you can understand what it is that I'm talking about. Now, if there is a delay, I am so sorry. But just bear with me because sometimes there is a delay between my program and YouTube. So just, bear with me. But I'm going to read and show you these documents and you can judge for yourself. And then we also have the original, matter of fact, let's look at those first because this is what New York is using to want to dismiss this case. All right. Let's back it up a bit and let's show you why New York is confident that they can have this thrown out. Okay. Let's look at that. All right. So these documents are in regards to Kenneth wanting his case thrown out in New York. All right. And what they are stating is that they want this dismissed because his claims are barred by the 11th Amendment. The point two is his claim that he did not receive due process because he did not have notice of his 2004 SORA hearing is frivolous. Plaintiff's attempt to challenge his 2004 SORA hearing is obviously untimely. Plaintiff's claims are barred by collateral estoppel and Rooker-Feldman. That's like some type of, case that they're referring to, a doctrine that they're referring to. Usually this is what lawyers will do. They'll refer to something that is historic and say, according to this is an instance when this was followed, so we need to use this, and we're going to go by this instance for this case as well. Usually they do that in court. So they said, in conclusions, for the reasons said above, defendants respectfully request that the court grant their motion to dismiss in its entirety.
Don't forget, shout outs to Sweet Pea Diaries. She doing the shit and getting all the receipts. This is where the receipts come from. Sweet Pea Diaries. She's up in her page. She's doing her thing. I've been watching for a long time. She be doing her thing, okay?
And grants.
And another thing, I like it because she's not on either side. So she say the flaws of what's going on with Jennifer. She say the flaws of what's going on with Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty in the lawsuit. She say both flaws. even with the Cardi B and Natasha K, but we're gonna get into that next. But right now, let's get into
such
this.
other relief as the court deems just and proper. So they use as Exhibit A, they bring in from 2004 the actual sworn hearing and what was stated during those proceedings.
Now this the hearing. Now this right here is something you really have to listen to. Because remember, it was a narrative that he was not present, or he was locked up at the time that they did this hearing. Just remember, this was what the Barbs/Nicki Minaj fans was saying.
So the court says indictment 4521 of 94 Kenneth Petty. Appearances, please. Miss Bishop, Lee Bishop for the people. Miss Michelson, legal aid by Jennifer Michelson. The clerk, he asked Kenny, you are Kenny Petty? And Kenneth says, yes, sir. The clerk says, thank you. The court says, yes. Then Miss Michelson says, good afternoon, Judge. Miss Bishop says, I think we have conference with Miss Michelson, and I don't think there is going to be a challenge to a level 2 finding here, which is what the original board report in the court file reflects. The court says yes. Miss Michelson says, this matter has been on February 9th of 98. The defendant had appeared before the court at the time he declined counsel. But of course, based upon the federal disposition of these matters, we are required to revisit the matter, defendant having the right to counsel and the right to appeal. But as I look at the risk assessment instrument that was the basis for the prior ruling, the score came out to the upper limit of level 2. Even if there were any reductions anywhere along the line, it would still seem to be level 2 no matter what, based upon the nature of the crime to which he pled guilty and the history of the defendant. So we're not going to contest it. I have spoken to the defendant and I've explained to him what's happening here, and he is satisfied with the level 2. So this is Kenny's representation speaking to the court. To sum that up, she spoke with Kenny, explained to him in 2004 that his score came out to upper limit of level 2. All right? Given the fact that he pled guilty and the history of him, that's what they came up with, explained it to him, and he was satisfied with the level 2. The court says, based upon the score, we're limited by the standings they have set, and based upon that, I was satisfied back in February of 98 that it was a proper assessment. That being the case, our hearing is concluded, and Mr. Petty shall be assessed as a risk level 2. Is there any instrument that or finding or any papers that have to be prepared based upon that? The clerk has that right, and the clerk says yes. The court, so an order shall issue. Do we do it now? The clerk says we do it now. It's done. And the court says let it be written. And the clerk says let it be done. So at that time, he did not object. He was explained. He was in court. He was there at those proceedings. So was it said somewhere that he was not aware of this 2004 SORNA hearing, that he didn't know anything about it? Well, it appears that he was there. December 14th, 2004. This hearing is against Kenny Petty. And the clerk is speaking, Miss Bishop, Miss Michelson, the clerk, the defendant. All of these people are present. The defendant says, yes, sir. The clerk says, you are Kenny Petty. And he says, yes, sir. So I thought somewhere, I don't know, please correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, it's been a while since I've done this update and really looked at this case, but I could have sworn that the argument was that Kenny said, His rights were violated. He didn't live, he was not at his place of that, the Inwood.
It's the part when I said it was a narrative. This the narrative I'm talking
Or
about.
whatever. And that he was in jail and he didn't know nothing about this proceeding. And they deemed him level 2 without his knowledge. I thought that was the story. I thought that was the story. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that was the story. Okay. Is that correct? Toiletticia says you are correct. Hey, Itsy Bitsy. I thought that's what the narrative was. Well, we are seeing in these court transcripts that Kenny was there. He was present. They said, you are Kenny Petty. The defendant says, yes, sir. So this is what New York is using as evidence to get this case thrown out, that his rights were not violated. He was actually there. They said that he was in jail. Well, he was actually there. He was present. They read all of this in front of him. He did not object. In fact, his counsel said that she explained this to him, explained the level 2 and what it meant, and he had no objections. Well, this is proving that he was there. So I wanted to bring this out because that's an important piece of evidence. And then you want to flip on over to California, where he was pulled over. He was driving, he got with Nicki and got married. He done moved on up in the world and feels as though he didn't need to register as an sex offender. He did not need to register. He's now with a celebrity. His life, his past is not a thing because now he has money and it's not a thing. Well, California said, I don't think so. You are an sex offender. You are required to register. So they now have a case against him, okay? So he has asked for a continuance. Plaintiff against the United States, Kenneth Petty, okay? Defendant has conferred with the government, and due to the issues described below, respectfully requests that the sentencing proceeding be continued from March 30th, 2020 at 1:30 to May 31st, 2020 at 1:30. So they were supposed to be having, court for this next week. Well, they got it postponed because now it will be June 1st. But let's just read it. The government does not oppose the request. This is the party's second stipulation to continue the sentencing proceedings. The parties make this request in good faith and not for unnecessary delay. The defense is planning on submitting an expert report in this matter. The defense has notified the government about the plan to use an expert report for the purposes of sentencing. The defense needs additional time for the defendant to confer with the expert and for this report to be completed. Further, the defense needs time to potentially pursue state court remedies for the defendant with respect to his sex offender registration tier status in California under the relevant sections of the California Penal Code, including sections 290 and 290.5. These remedies could be relevant to sentencing, and the defense wishes further time to pursue all available avenues of relief for the defendant. Now, this is important. Pay attention to this next sentence because then I'm going to show you the paperwork and their angle that Kenny is now trying to come to beat this. The defense recently received a letter designating defendant's California registration tier, the tier designation letter. The tier designation letter was needed to pursue the state court remedies. Given these issues, the parties respectfully stipulate in good faith to a brief continuance of the sentencing date. So, what is a tier designation letter? What does that mean? Now, this is the angle, what he's trying to do here. The California Department of Justice, California Justice Information Services Sex Offender Registry, and this is as it pertains to the tier designation, all right? What is it? Now, tiers are designated in accordance with criteria specified in the penal code, all right? You have tier 1, 10 years. Tier 2, 20 years. Tier 3, risk assessment level, 20 years. Tier 3, lifetime. So please refer to the penal code as amended under for additional information. It says, what are the mandatory minimum registration periods for individuals who are adjudicated of their registered offense?
Don't forget, he tier 2. Okay.
In juvenile court? Tier 1, 5 years. Tier 2, 10 years. What is considered when determining whether I have met my mandatory minimum registration period? And they explain all of that. Who determines my tier designation? They tell you who determines that. Will I be notified my tier designation? That's what Kenny wrote to California to find out what his tier designation would be, because he's trying to find out, given his crimes in New York, is he going to fall under tier 1, tier 2, tier 3? Is it going to be lifetime? This means how long they have to stay on the registry list. So because California has different, laws and requirements, he's trying to figure out what his designation would be, because he really wants to see if he can get this terminated.
Okay.
All right? Because that's what this paperwork further, if you go down, it says, who grants or denies a petition for termination? Can the court deny a petition without holding a hearing? What would make me automatically ineligible to the petition? So California has a clause where you can apply for your status to be revoked, terminated. Like maybe you've I don't know what they would use to determine whether they would do it or not, but they have reasons that you would automatically be ineligible and they wouldn't even hear. And that would be if you have not met your minimum mandatory registration period. There are pending charges against you, which could extend the time to complete your tier or change your tier. You are in custody. You are on parole, probation, or supervised release. You are a tier 3 lifetime registrant, or you have not fulfilled the filing and service requirements. So some of these things, I think he's already dealing with. He has charges against him with Jen, a case. Him and Nicki had that concert abroad or whatever, and they beat the security guard up. You guys remember, we covered that. They have pending charges for that. They're being investigated. Kenny's being investigated for that. He is on parole, probation, or supervised release. Is he not on parole, probation, or something for other charges and other things that he's done? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that he was on some type of probation, parole, or something for things that he's done. I mean, didn't he have, the M word and jackets, that are on those type of things that are on his jacket as well, the M word. So there might be things that he's already dealing with that will make him automatically ineligible to overturn and terminate his tier status. So that is why he was waiting on this, whatever came in the mail, and I don't have that. They don't show that. They didn't enter that in on the docket, what his actual tier is, and if he, what his status is on the termination, what the status is, where he is in that legal process. We don't have any of that. But once I read this update and seen that he was waiting on the tier determination letter and he got that, I did the research and I'm like, okay, I see what it is that he's trying to do, because he's trying to find out what is his tier status in California, and have I been on the S offender registry long enough to meet the qualifications for removal. You've been on it already for 10 years, 10, 15, depending on your, offender status. Okay, you're level 2 in New York. Does that equate tier two in California? So it's probably all types of things that they are looking into to see if it, makes sense for it to be terminated. But that's the angle that he is trying to. He sees that in New York. They're getting ready to throw that out. They're getting ready to dismiss that because he said that he was not there. He said he didn't know anything about that. And here it is. They went and got the transcripts to show that he was, in fact, there. He was, in fact, there, and he knew about it. You are Kenny Petty, the clerk said.
Shout outs to Sweet Pea's Diary. Y'all can go to her page. Y'all can finish watching the rest of that. But, you know, that's what's going on, basically. So, what we can do is go to. Hey, we could just probably just look at the art of it. Let's just do it like that. We can look at the art of it. Is that not gonna be able to do this sound, baby? We're gonna turn that sound part down. We can't hear that. Hold on. Hold on now. Hold on. Let's see if I can take the sound off. Because I do just want to skip. I want to just skip through it. Okay, how about that? We ain't gonna play. We just gonna skip through it. Let's turn it back up. Let's turn it back up. We just gonna skip through it because they is just look at them, dope. Just skip through it. Just check them out. Okay, that's what we gonna do. We just gonna check them out. They is child. They is doing that. We ain't listening to the song though. Okay. Okay. We got Cardi. Let's see. Okay. Who that? She love her favorite poses, Cheryl. All these, okay, okay, Summer coming through. It is coming through with the looks, baby. Just do a little snippet. Take it off. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go watch it, y'all. Go watch it. Give them a view like I'm doing. And we're gonna look at the numbers in a minute because they always trying to play Cardi. We gonna look at the numbers. Do you hear them? No love. Yeah, I ain't no singer. No singer, no rapper, no none of that. Okay, that's right. Okay, Scissor. Okay, Scissor. Okay, coming through with the looks. The fuck was that? They is coming through with the looks, baby. Mmm. They is coming through. See Scissor again. I'm just gonna skip through it. Mmm. Summer Walker be coming through with them looks, yeah. They say she dirty, but she pretty. They be coming through, chill. Hit me after the club and you off that vibe. Mmm. They gonna get me, y'all. I was not supposed to do this. I need to see. We can hear a little bit of Cardi B part. Let's do that. Since I snipped everything else, yeah. Patience with niggas that wanna be around. So I found it crazy. Ah, they all fucking here, Cardi. She did fuck it up. She ain't fuck it up. She did her fucking thing on here, yo. She did her shit on here, baby. She did not fuck this song up. I fucks with it. I fucks with it. Yeah, but I ain't gonna do too much. They gonna block my ears, shit. They gonna block my ears. Let's look at them views, though. Okay, 9 hours. You hear it? 9 hours. Number 9 trending for music. 9 hours. They almost there. 9 hours. Let's see on Cardi page. Let's see on Cardi page. 9 hours. Oh yeah, it was something else I had to show you. Oh yeah, it's a show. Let me see. Ciao, y'all. I don't know what the hell was going on. Don't ask me what was going on, child. I don't know how the hell they logged me out because of that damn song. I know I ain't tripping. They logged me out because of that damn song. Let's see what people talking about with this song, and then I'm gonna get off of here because I got a couple things to do. Let's get on here and talk about that song, chill. Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to be looking for. Ariel ass. I guess we could do another live on her ass, child, because she is getting in with that body, baby. That RKelly board. Let's talk about it. We're gonna do another live for that one though, because I'm about to get off of here in a second. Who? Okay, I said Cardi. Did I say Cardi, babe? Oh yeah, so they can talk. We can find somebody that's talking shit, especially one of these Nicki Minaj fan pages. You already know who slam put in a lot of speaks of one copy and quality. These people is trash. The Southern Lounge from making a documentary. Cardi B making history. Lotto, no love, extended version. Let's see what they was talking about. I was trying to convince followers she could sing.
Whether you're on the road, on the job, or looking for a place to call home, Extended Stay America. y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is the Laundrum. It's your girl, Lady J, bringing you the latest female rap tea and from time to time urban news. But, before I get into the video, hit that thumbs up, comment down below, share, and since you're here, subscribe to my channel. So let's get right into it. It looks like Megan Thee Stallion has a documentary series in the works. Now, it's normal for musicians to do documentaries. That's normal. However, it's usually when they are years into their career, like decades, and have had a major impact and built a legacy, not 3 or 4 years. And
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Because I thought she was going to be one of the player ahead of Nicki Minaj fan pages. Oh, because Nicki Minaj coming out with a what you call. But okay, okay,
to their
okay.
career. Megan has only been mainstream, honestly, since 2019, if we're talking mainstream. And that's only 3 years. So what is this documentary going to consist of? I'm curious. Usually documentaries highlight, the beginning of the career, the climb, the climax, the controversies, the breakthroughs, the impact, the legacy, and much more. And Megan has not been through all of these things just yet because she's still in those beginning stages of her career. Like, I don't get all these rap girls or artists wanting to do documentaries now. Like, get at least 10 years in, at the least, at the minimum. Like, Beyonce came in the game in 97, didn't do a documentary or release her documentary until 2013, when she had spent decades in the game. Like, these girls want to do too much too soon because you have yet to make any real major impact. Kanye been in the game decades and just now released his documentary, which has been shot over the course of his career. Like, it's one thing to start shooting a documentary to, document over the course of your career over decades, but that's not what she's doing. She won't be dropping this in 10 or 15 years. This documentary series will be released soon, which again, I'm not sure what all it could possibly cover except her issue with Tory and her performative support for Black women movement. And that's just my opinion. So she has yet to do a world tour. She has yet to have a memorable album or successful solo single. She has yet to really make any real history. Just because you got 3 Grammys and fighting 2 court cases does not automatically qualify you to be making and releasing a documentary so soon. Like, your story is still being written, sis, and that's okay.
I don't know about if she really is making a documentary. I think they going off her doing her little soundbite to something that she just put together from what she just was doing recently in the last year or something like that.
Hey, but again, that's just my opinion. You can let me know yours below. The next topic I'm going to get into is Cardi B making history because her one and only album, Invasion of Privacy, is the first album in history to have all its songs certified platinum or higher. So congrats to Cardi B. Now, some fans are perplexed as to how this can be true when you have legends, icons, and GOATs who have yet to have this happen, like Beyonce, Rihanna, Kendrick, Nicki, Jay, Kanye, Drake, and more. But what y'all have to understand is those artists that I just mentioned have multiple albums, not just one. They have a huge wide selection of discography that their fans are listening to. Cardi has one album, and that's all her fans really have. On top of that, that one album was released in the streaming era, and the streams obviously help songs go platinum. So when you only have one album that's released on all streaming platforms in the streaming era with only 13 songs, that's basically all your fans have. So of course, it's not surprising. Now, personally, I didn't love the album. There was like 3 or 4 songs I really liked on the album, but honestly, those really came and went for me. I haven't streamed any songs since like 2019, 2020. Like, it's been 5 years and you still have yet to release your sophomore album after the success of your first. No world tour, no headlining tour, or nothing. Here are a lot of ways on her sophomore album, headlining her first tour. Her freshman album was released 2 years ago. Doja's on her third. Her freshman album was released 4 years ago. She's overseas doing shows, outselling. Megan is on her third album, but really second album, whatever. Like, I'm starting to think there's a hold up intentionally on Cardi's sophomore album. And it's kind of weird how all these songs can go platinum or higher, but you have yet to sell out your tickets for something as simple as Wireless Fest as a quote unquote superstar. And it's been over a month. So you got them talking about discounting the prices for your tickets. That's not giving superstar. Why aren't they buying these tickets to hear all these platinum songs? And where is the Invasion of Privacy tour? That could have made her a lot of money. Would have really been fire since it would have been fresh while she was at the beginning of her career. And historically, that's what you do upon the release of your freshman album. Historically, in the music industry, after the success of a freshman album, a sophomore album is usually followed up in like no less than 2 years. Much like how we see with most, if not all, of these musicians, like Lotto, Megan, Nicki, Doja. The only time there is a 4 or 5 year gap is when an artist has already put out like 3 or 4 albums. The only other artist I can think of that put out one album was Lauryn Hill, and she didn't put out any other music after that. But Cardi is still actively making music and still has not released her second album, but claimed to have been done since 2019. I don't know. It's all suspect to me. Like, what you waiting on? Honestly, I think she or her label is worried about something. I don't know. Maybe it's not the success of her first album that they're worried about. I don't know. But at this point, her fans are begging for new music, and I'm sure the album would do fine regardless if it outdoes their first album or not. But you can let me know your thoughts below. Now, the next topic I'm going to get into is Big Lotto. So, earlier today, an artist claimed writing credits on Lotto and Saucy Santana's Up and Down song. And so, this is what the artist had to say. Shout out to the time I came and down and completely got left out writing credits and ghosted. Wow, I guess you do have to ish on the little person to get on top. So, Lotto saw this and responded by saying this. IDK, who invited you this day years ago, but you were very much a fan, suggesting lines, I should say, and I kindly passed on your corny bars. That was cute, but the world saw me writing since a kid on television, sir. Sorry, 777 out at midnight, because I see what you tried to do here. Now, this person did claim came to show referred Lotto's manager to him to be a writer and that he don't lie on his pen. But Lotto did come with receipts of them in the studio, and he was recording Lotto in the studio while she was writing and saying she was thinking of her last bar, while he was pretty much just sitting there cheesing and recording the camera. Now, honestly, even if Lotto never posted the receipts, I still wouldn't have believed dude because, like Lotto said, the world saw Lotto writing her own lyrics since she was a teenager, and Lotto doesn't play when it comes to her pen game, as most real rap artists don't. That's why Nicki is so sensitive about her pen, because she actually.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna leave it there, and basically I'm going to tell y'all to like, share, and subscribe. What y'all thought I was about to say? Like, share, and subscribe. You understand what I'm saying? And go scream, go scream, go scream. Okay. See how many views Cardi got from it. Okay. Oh, she don't even got it up there. If that wasn't her song, what was they song? So she don't even got it up there to see how many views she got from it. But go stream, go stream, go stream. They new song. Go stream. They new song. And like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I get into all the nitty gritty. And always remember what Lil Kim said.
Fake bitch. That's just never gonna be me. I don't care about for Instagram and all that shit. That's just never gonna be me. I'm not doing it. So if I feel some type of way, I'm gonna say something.
Like, share, and subscribe.